So we got a nice ridiculous angle that this plane is taking, coming from the opposite direction that the planes generally come from. We can see this is an upward angle. People try and say that it's an illusion, it's really straight. This is an upward angle as if it's taken off from somewhere. You can see the haze lines here. This is horizontal. This is not horizontal. Not that hard. So we got expert after expert on YouTube talking about what's falling from the sky. Oh, it's just pollen. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. First off, you can't assess what it is sitting behind your computer screen. I can't necessarily say what it is from taking pictures of it. Look at this trail. Oh my God. Look at this stuff. So, pollen's falling. We could see the car here. There's nothing building up on the car. It's hard to see what's going on. It's all reflection. But there's nothing building up on the car. The pollen registers at a 1 on the scale for pollen, dust, and dander. It's falling every day. So you don't know what it is unless you do some sort of test on it. So to go on different videos and say, oh, that's just this is just that. I see the same YouTube shills are going on people's video, Tom TJ and debunking geoengineering watch. These same fools have been doing this for years, going on people's videos, and not only that, they're searching out videos every day. They type chemtrails into YouTube and literally blow their time to go and leave stupid comments that no one's really paying attention to. I haven't seen one person change their opinion on any of these shills that are either getting paid because they've invested hundreds of hours at this point. So if they're not getting paid, they're doing this for free, which means they just have some sort of obsessive compulsive disorder to waste hundreds of hours of time going on and leaving their comments and then arguing with people and this and that. So at some point you say, why do they keep doing this? And that's it. Either they're doing it because they get some sort of retribution, who knows what it is, a cabin in the woods. But there's no other reason to waste that much time. You know, like we said, contrails trap heat. Contrails, not chemtrails. Contrails trap heat. They exacerbate CO2 effects and as well alter the light spectrum that's coming to the planet. So if you think that's healthy and the plants and the trees can just adjust to new light and accidental geoengineering and people having a major epidemic of vitamin D deficiencies all over the world, lung cancer and respiratory rates going up while cigarette smoking rates are going down, you know, if you think all of that makes sense and you got to waste your time to go on people's videos that want nothing to hear from you about, you're really just wasting part of your life. You know, people make chemtrail videos because they're concerned. They don't trust science. They don't trust the government. And it's not even debatable that different agents have been released by the UK government, the American government, different tests without people's knowledge. Not even debatable. So to say that it wouldn't happen again, you're just an idiot. And you have no inside scoop to be able to assert your information. You know, if you think it's science that Ken Caldera came out and did a study to determine that chemtrails were fake by sending pictures to scientists and asking them to look at the pictures, and they said they don't believe it's chemtrails. If you think that's science by looking at a picture of something in the sky, just like this, saying, no, that's not a chemical trail, that's not aluminum, that's not this or that, it's only water vapor, from looking at it, just like this. If you think that's science, you shouldn't be going on people's videos, you shouldn't be making any sort of scientific claims. You know, that's just ridiculous. If you think that's a scientific study, to point at this and say, well, that's not aluminum, that's only this. That is unbelievable. Either you're psychic, or you have the inside scoop with the government and the CIA. That's the only way you can say what that is up there. There's no other way to look at it and call that science. So there's so many people out there wasting their time. I don't have time to sit here and make chemtrail videos. Hopefully, you know, some people may catch on, start to investigate themselves, because it's shady. Whatever's going on, you're blocking the sun, you're altering the sky, you're blocking the light spectrum. That's very shady. It's not even debatable to that extent. They've known about climate change and contrail effects on climate change since the 1960s. You know. So if you think they just figured it out all of a sudden, just this year they came out with accidental geoengineering and the U.S. Geological Society just came up with that. No, that's in response to the millions of people that are saying something's going on. They're calling their government agencies, they're bothering people, so they had to put out some bullshit thing like that, accidental geoengineering. And then another bullshit thing by Ken Caldera talking about that's science, from showing pictures to scientists of vapor trails. That's bullshit. This plane right up here, same altitude as the last plane, easily at contrail altitude, nothing. Not a dissipating trail, nothing. This dude is way up there. Because I got a good zoom, and I know what contrail altitude is. This dude's way up there, has got nothing. So there's a haze in between all of the clouds. This is basically the exact goal of what they want. They don't necessarily want to white out every day, but just this haze that you see like a screen, so people don't notice it that well. This dude is easily at altitude to drop a contrail. So a lot of idiots out here wasting time on YouTube, getting people to dilly-dally with each other, which is pretty much the goal as well. You're a chemtard, you're this, you're, you know, getting into the racism shit and all of this stupid shit. Until people stop putting themselves on different teams, everything's gonna stay the damn same. You know, white people are this, black people are that, you know, and until we learn to drop all of this shit and just start talking about people, it's all having us chasing our tails, and which is exactly what they want. Having us dilly-dallying with each other while they get away with murder. They altered the food, they altered the water, they altered the air. Not even debatable, you know. NASA's released lithium dispersions in the sky. God knows what they've released in the sky. If you think they've never released anything in the sky, you really shouldn't be on this subject at all. So, total haze out. You could see what's horizontal and what's going vertical. Not hard to figure that out. This is on a vertical angle. This is horizontal. So look at this, another plane coming back in this opposite direction of almost that same path that the plane just took. Let's see if we can get them. He's way out there, boy. Of course, he's got no trail either. So we've seen the on-off trails. Look at this. Now this guy's coming back in the direction as well. Unbelievable. Of course, he's got no trail either. So it's way too inconsistent. The sky's not changing every 2 minutes. We've seen the instant on chemtrails, all of this good stuff. Now it's debatable whether it's something in the fuel, whether it's actual spray nozzles, whether they're making the planes fly in the right altitude where the humidity and whichever is right for contrails. But there is an intentional act to coat the sky, to cover the planet. And that should not be ignored. If you think science has that capability, I was looking at pharmaceuticals the other day. They have pharmaceuticals on the market that they don't know how they work, they just know what they do. That it'll make you go to sleep, but they don't know how it makes you go to sleep. So that's science that has medicines on the market that they don't even know how they work, yet it's approved They just know it'll end up helping you. So if they don't know how it works, they don't know the end results, what it's doing to your body, and people think that's science, and science is there to protect you. Science is right now trying to give you solutions for every bullshit thing that they've put in our society. It's science that came up with all the dirty industry, all the dirty fuel sources, the dirty energy sources that they're now looking to fix the pollution from. You know, the foodstuffs and GMO and the McDonald's food and all that stuff is laboratory stuff. McDonald's has laboratories. So now they're trying to give you solutions to the conditions that eating McDonald's caused, because it's made in a laboratory. So now, we'll give you heart medicine, we'll give you diabetes medicine. Science has no integrity anymore. Just like Manly P. Hall said, science without integrity is worthless. And they basically work for the governments, they work for the corporations, and it's pretty much disgusting. And if you go around trusting them without doing your own little bit of research, you just believe everything is safe. They'd never do that to you. And, you know, whatever King Caldera or David Keith say is for your own benefit. Those two stand to make a lot of money. They actually, they're like trust fund holders for Bill Gates, who puts money into solar radiation management. And, you know, it's business. It's not for your well-being. It's business. So we know they stated they're going to be releasing materials in Arizona, if they're not already, in Tucson, Arizona. And those materials, nanoparticulates, can travel up to 2,000 miles. So what they release in Arizona is going to be falling from Arizona to Florida to, you know, all around the world. So people really got to be pretty blind at this point, pretty ignorant, or have some sort of agenda, paid off agenda, to keep trying to spew this garbage. Go on YouTube and search chemtrail videos every day and go harass people's videos. Look at this, another one spraying right underneath this trail. Unbelievable. So just in that area, the conditions are right. And he's taking that same vertical altitude, which there's no airport that way. If he was coming from the opposite direction, that's where the airport is. There's no airport coming from this direction for this guy to be going vertical. So, you know, people making chemtrail videos out of concern, and I doubt half of them have the time to actually do it. So if you're one of the lowlifes that spend your time following people and all of this stupidity to put your 2 cents in that no one's listening to, you're really just wasting your breath, wasting your life. You know, go down to the homeless shelter, go down to the animal rescue and help somebody. People documenting this think they're helping by putting a word out, raising people's spider sense and whatnot. Whether they are or they definitely aren't, it can be debated. But they're doing it with the intention of goodness and helping the earth, the planet, the people. The idiots going on the video saying, look away, don't pay attention to this, trust everything. Like science, that's saying pictures of chemtrails can be deduced just by looking at them. You know, you got to be an idiot if that's the team you're on. So, I think we'll end this garbage here soon. And people need to learn how to be productive. We can see this trail here. This is the original trail. Still persisting, yet we just saw a trail laid under it. That's not persisting. That one disappeared already, yet this one is still staying there. So if that makes sense to you, you know, you got some sort of issue. You may want to get it checked out. Go get some good pharmaceuticals and get a new condition from the pharmaceuticals. And stop blowing your time on people's videos. You don't know what's falling from the sky. You can't say what it is just from sitting behind your computer and looking at it. I don't care who you are, what you do, where you came from. You can't say so. Be nice if you could, but You know, you can't sit there and see people videotape and material falling from the sky. Oh, it's pollen. Oh, it's rain mist. Oh, it's coal ash. Could be any of those. May not be. You can't do it from behind your computer, I'm sorry to tell you. So, thankfully there's a lot of good people out there that don't fall for the bullshit. And would rather investigate or question. You see Madison Star Moon call these agencies up and they won't give you an answer. You know, they're not going to investigate anything. They say the same thing. Well, science told us it's this, and NASA said it's that, and we got no memo saying it's this, so it must be that. You know, that's not an investigation. That's just towing the line. So if you think towing the line is science, maybe that is the new brand of science, but I don't know what to tell you, people. Don't know what to tell you. I mean, it has been a lot better down here as far as what's going on in the sky. But very inconsistent when you see these things, different conditions and planes in the same flight path. And, you know, just like I showed here. Got the one trail persisting and another trail laid right next to it, not persistent. So, very shady what's going on. No reason not to ask questions. No reason not to. Alrighty.